Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Aftab Mandal and in this video I am going to talk about access modifiers and non-access modifiers in Java. So access modifiers are used to control the visibility of our class, methods or fields. In this we have four types of access modifiers. So first one we have public. So if our method or class is declared as public, it simply means that it can be accessed from anywhere within our program, even if it is outside of our package, or even if it is in our subclass or class. We can access our method or class from anywhere if it is declared as public. Then the second access modifier is private. If a method and class or a field is declared as private, then it can be only accessed within the same class in which it is declared. We cannot call that method or class outside of our we cannot call that method from its subclass. So private is very restricted access modifier. And then we have protected access modifier. It means that we can access our class or methods from our class or from our subclass. It means that whenever we are using the inheritance concept, so if our method or class is declared as protected, we can access it from the child class or subclass or even within the same class. And then we have default access modifier. If we didn't use any of the access modifier, the compiler will take it as automatically it will count as default modifier. So default modifier states that we can access that class or method from anywhere within the same package. So the difference between the default and public is that this default modifier can be called within the package, and from whereas public can be called from wherever it is in our program. So that was all about access modifiers. Moving forward to the non-access modifiers, these provide additional information about the class or method, but they cannot control the visibility of our classes or methods. So there are some non-access modifiers. So the first one is static. Static is one of the most common non-access modifier. If a class or method is declared as static, it means that it is associated with the class itself and it has nothing to do with the creation of object. So we can call this method or class within the by its class itself, and we don't need to create an object of it. Next, we have abstract non-static modifier. Sorry, non-access modifier. So this abstract states if our class is or if our class or method is declared as abstract, it states that it must be implemented by the subclass. So let's say if a method is declared as abstract, so it is a must to implement it from its subclass. And if our class is declared as abstract, then we cannot create an object of that class. So, and the next non-access modifier is final. If our class is declared as final or our method is declared as final, so it cannot be changed or overridden. And also if our class is declared as final, we cannot use the inheritance concept here. That means we cannot extend that class. So it cannot be a base for any of its subclass. So it is useful if we don't want our class to be changed later. So if we want our class to be as it is, so we can use final word before the class. Next one is synchronized non-access modifier. So if our method is declared as synchronized, it simply means that it is thread safe, meaning even if that method is accessed by, it can be accessed by multiple threads, but it is guaranteed that it will be only executed with only single thread, even if multiple threads try to access that simultaneously. So that's why it is said that if our method is declared as synchronized, it is thread safe. Then we have volatile non-access modifier. It states that if our field is declared as volatile, It means that it can be changed asynchronously over the period of time by multiple threads. Uh, so it states that if a thread is if a single thread is changing its value, so the next thread will automatically get its value even if the memory address is not written yet. So the next non-access modifier here is transient. So transient is used to prevent the serialization of our field. So this helps to improve the performance and save our disk space. And the last non-access modifier is strict FP. So strict FP states that if our program has so for let's say like if our program has double or floating values, and if we add those floating values, so the different devices will give you different outputs. Like if we divide 1 by 3, then the output will be different in different platforms. For say if one platform gives you answer like 0.33 and continue, and one platform will give you 0.34. So this difference can be prevented by using the strict FP. If our method is declared as strict FP, so the same output will be generated in different platforms. So that was all about access modifiers and non-access modifiers. Access modifiers was used to control the visibility, whereas non-access modifiers were used to give additional information about classes and methods. So I hope you learned something in this video. My name is After Mandal. I will see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.